Fighting in the red corner at 125 pounds, straight out of Cleveland, Tennessee. He's 2-0. He's a 3-time state championship wrestler in high school. TJ Hicks. Yes, sir. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, son.
What's going on, bro?
Just been working, training, and just trying to get better every day,
So tell us, we want to learn about you. We want to learn about your life, man, a little bit. Tell us about birth and from there to this point right now. That's
if
what
you can remember birth.
Yeah.
We need to talk about how you do that.
So something about my sister always said, I'm a triplet.
Yeah,
that's and so she always says that we're womb mates.
Womb mates.
So I got 2 womb mates.
Hell yeah.
Trey and Amanda. And then I got an older sister. She's about 7 years older than us. Her name's Sam. So 2 womb mates and Sam. And we're just, I guess you can, as close as brother sisters can be.
Yeah.
We're always talking. Trey calls me 4 times a day.
Yeah.
Just to see what's going on.
Dang.
Me and Amanda talk. Me and Sam talk. We're always like trying to go eat over at each other's houses and stuff like that. It's super tight knit, super
close family.
Close support family.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So you got into this MMA fighting a long time ago. Really?
Well, I got into wrestling a long time ago. It was actually funny. The beginning of my MMA career, I was in Japan.
Oh, heck.
And I had not trained. I had just had ACL surgery. And I was texting Billy Swanson, the owner of All or Nothing, and also the owner of the gym where I train right now.
Okay.
Chattanooga Mixed Martial Arts. And
Shout out.
And I was like, hey, give me a fight. And he's like, bro, you're not even in America right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Like, give me a fight. We'll see what happens. He's like, well, I just would much rather you come in and we see how you train first. And I was like, no, like give me a fight. So I was in California processing out for out of the Marine Corps. And he texted me, he said, hey, I got you a fight. And I was like, oh, it's real.
Hell yeah.
It's real. And so I got back and we trained. And his words are, as soon as I got back, he saw me training. He goes, oh, we got a lot to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's different going from wrestling to
Kicking in the face.
to getting punched at, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you watched my first fight. All I did was wrestle him until I got kicked in the face.
Really?
Yeah. I got kicked in the face real hard. He dropped me and then I got back up and just kept wrestling. That's all I did. I didn't land a punch on my feet. I didn't do anything that first fight. It was 5 weeks of just me trying to learn how to strike, but you can't learn how to strike in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Not really, yeah.
No, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I tried to throw a jab. I didn't even land a jab. It's a lot different than people think.
Yeah. A lot of ground and pound in that first.
A lot of ground and pound.
A lot of ground and pound in that first, but that dude couldn't move. If you can't get kicked, you can't lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to lose if you can't punch somebody. If somebody's just got you down,
100%.
You lose the fight.
So what made you come up with that? Like, you just want to fight?
Oh, I've wanted to my whole life. Really, since I tell everybody this. The first fight I've ever remember watching was George St. Pierre and Josh Koscheck at my dad's best friend's house when we were younger. And I was like, this is what I want to do for a living. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I just knew. I was like, I love this. And it wasn't, and as a kid, it's not because, you can make a bunch of money off of it. I didn't know people make money off of this.
Yeah.
You don't know what money is.
You're just watching it. Yeah.
I was just like, that's what I want to do. That's what's going to make me happy.
Dang.
And so I wrestled my whole life. And I never really trained for it. I was just always scared because I feel like most people are scared to do what they know they're called to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah.
Because if you're called to do something, you're supposed to be the best.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was always hesitant to actually start training because I'd be like, I think I'm called to do this. But if I start training
and I realize I'm not.
yeah,
I've just I've let myself down and everybody that supported me down, and
what's the rest of my life going to be
Yeah,
like?
exactly,
You know?
man.
yeah,
And so I was always scared to start fighting because I was like, this fighting is what I think I was born to do. But if I can't do it, if I'm not good at it, what else do I do?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else I want to do.
So you've told us a couple of times. You told me a couple of times, like what made you successful in wrestling,
Oh yeah,
and it's brief. It's very brief. It's
very brief.
it's real easy. So tell everybody what made you so successful in wrestling.
I just hated losing. I hate losing.
Yeah.
I don't lose in Monopoly. I don't lose in Phase 10. I don't lose in anything.
I got you.
Yeah.
Like, I just, whatever it is, I hate losing.
Yeah.
And it's funny, yeah, we had the same conversation earlier
Yeah.
with his son that, he's wrestling. And he was like, oh, practice is about going and working out for 2 hours. And it's like, yeah.
Yep.
It's because somebody across the town or somebody 2 hours away, somebody across the country is working harder than you for that 2 hours.
Yeah.
And they're going to beat you if they get the chance.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's like, no.
I'm going to work hard for 6 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm not losing. I can't lose. Yeah. I don't want to lose. That's the only thing you care about is not losing.
Yeah, I got an inflated mentality in my head. I don't think I can lose to anybody.
Yeah.
That's good.
And then you end up doing it and you're just like, ah.
Yeah.
So you haven't lost in the MMA situation yet, but
Not anybody.
you've experienced some serious losses in wrestling, right?
Oh, yeah. No, which, in high school I didn't experience. I was 125-2 in high school.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
125 and
Those
2.
two mean more than the 125.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still
But-
remembers them too, don't
I
you?
remember the two. Alex Smith from my sophomore year in Georgia.
Yeah.
And then Garrett Bowers my senior year. He was a freshman, actually, that year.
Damn.
Golly.
And he beat me his freshman year, my senior year at Cleveland when they first opened up the new gym.
Jones Center, yeah.
The new gym.
Oh, yeah.
$12 million gym they opened
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
We had our first dual meet over there. And my first match over there, I got beat. Well, we had did the Cleveland duels earlier that year, and I had beat him at the Cleveland duels. But he beat me. There was like 2,500 people. Bradley Cleveland duel match.
Shit.
And he beat me. That it was my second loss in high school, and I was like, and you can read the papers. They asked me like, "How do you feel about this year?" And I was like, "It was ruined."
It's pretty much this is done.
I was on
This season
like a
sucks.
15-pack match win streak, and they're like, "How does this year feel for you?" I was like, "Yeah, it got ruined. I don't care what happened."
And from
Like,
that
you
point
won
forward,
state. I don't care.
yeah, I lost, bro. I
I
lost a
don't care.
match, yeah.
That's crazy. I think that's the way winners' mindsets are, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For real.
And a lot of times it is, I think.
Because you got to work harder than everybody else to be number one. It ain't
That's-
like it comes easy for nobody.
That's what it boils down to, don't it?
It's just
Well-
working harder.
and for me, it's like I have a hard time understanding people that are very complacent with like where
Just-
they're at or whatever.
Yeah.
If they're not happy with it.
Yeah.
If you're complacent and you're happy, hey.
By all
You-
means. Yeah, you did it.
you-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like I have to be complacent. For me, I have to be happy to be complacent, and that's not where a lot of people are at. I don't guess.
Yeah.
Nah, they ain't.
But if I'm complacent, that means I'm happy,
Yeah.
and that means I'm outworking people. That means I'm doing what I should be, making good money, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's where I'm complacent. Complacent that's my laziness, if that makes sense.
It does.
It does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you wrestle at 125 pounds, or you fight at 125 pounds now, and normally there's some sort of weight cutting or whatever that goes on for every fighter.
Mhm.
The last fight that you were in, you looked like you were 120 pounds, and the guy that you was fighting was 135 pounds. Did you notice that in the ring, or is that something that?
My last one.
Yeah.
No, so you can ask Paris. I told her when we went to weigh in, I was like, this dude's gonna make me look real small when we fight. And she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, he's bigger than me right now. I was like, when you hydrate back up, I
Yeah.
was like, I can tell he's gonna be a big guy
Yeah.
whenever we get everything said and done. Because you know how bodies look and stuff.
Yeah.
Once you get done and you get that.
He
water
did
back
he
on-
did look bigger than you in the when you were walking
He was
out
a
to
good
the
bit taller
ring.
than me too.
Yes. And
Which I don't have. Everybody I fight is gonna be a good bit taller than me, probably.
but that's okay. That don't really matter a whole lot, right?
No, it don't matter to me.
Yeah.
That's the only mindset to have.
Yeah.
But he did look a little bit bigger than you, and then I was like, this dude's, what was it, Korea? He was from Korea?
South Korean, yeah.
South
He's
Korean.
from South Korea.
And his type of fighting was jiu-jitsu?
He was a Korean martial artist.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was, I guess, real big on, like, I don't know what Korean martial arts is. I'm guessing, I can't. I don't want to make myself sound bad. I'm guessing it's kind of like karate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Like
Taekwondo or something.
Then the Asian region
Yeah.
of the world, And but you could tell he was a really technical striker.
And you
But
got some looks on him, too, in
He
that one.
also wrestled really well. And then I didn't know till
He
after
did.
this. I was like Instagram stalking him.
Yeah.
And
Well, you
all
have
he's
to do
done
that.
for like the past. No, it was after the fight.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't even before the fight.
Yeah, I
Because
would have
after
been
the fight, me and him talked. Super cool dude.
cool.
Like the dude was super awesome. It was funny because I was, you walk around, you got to go talk to everybody or whatever.
Well, you don't got to, but you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But I walked back to see my mom, and she's like, "You'll never guess what just happened." I go, "What? What?" She goes, "The guy that I fought, he was trying to get a picture in front of that banner where me and you took that
Yeah.
picture." And he came up to my mom. Didn't know it was my mom. Was like, "Hey, ma'am, can you please take this photo for us?"
Yeah.
And mom was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
She's like, I know you don't know this, but you just fought my son."
Yeah.
So yeah, it was super
That's
funny
cool
because
as
after
hell.
mine and his fight, he just so happened to ask my mom.
Mom, your
to take a
mom.
picture
Yeah. Out
of
of all
them
the people
in
in the
front
whole crowd. Yeah.
Yeah. Out of anybody there, because it was, what do you say, about 2,500 people there at this last fight?
It seemed like there was a lot more than the first fight. We had a little bit more room to sit in the first fight. It's definitely growing.
Yeah, it was packed out this last fight.
Yeah, it was. There was a line out all the way through the parking lot over there to wait to get in, bro. At this last one, the first one we just drove up and walked right in, no big deal. But this one, man, it's growing.
It's growing.
It's growing.
I love that my following's growing because of it. Because after my first fight, I went and had my interview, and then there was very little pictures, very little, and then we got kicked out of pictures in this second fight because they're like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
it's time, bro.
yeah,
You're
it's
done."
time." This other guy,
Yeah, the next
guy
fighter's
won.
up. Yeah.
he won. He's coming
Yeah.
over here. Like, y'all got to get.
Still want pictures.
Yeah, you got to get out of here. And it was people I didn't know, and that's what
Yeah.
means so much to me. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, they liked what I put on,
Yeah.
because I'm like I was saying about complacency. I'm not complacent just to win a fight. I want to impress people. I want to entertain people.
Yeah. That's what it's about.
So like my last fight, I didn't entertain people, and I wasn't happy about it.
Your first one?
My first one.
They're like damn gladiators in Rome, bro.
I thought the first one was very entertaining. I
But
thought
you understand the wrestling aspect.
Okay.
A lot of people don't understand the wrestling aspect
That's true.
of it.
That's true.
And so they think that what I do is boring or monotonous or however you want to say it.
All you did was tackling.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so-
but I also held him on the mat.
Well, a lot of people were.
Have you ever held somebody on the mat that's trying to get up?
A lot
It's
of
not
people
that
were
easy.
Being like, hey, it's not a wrestling match. It's not a wrestling match. I was like, no, it's not a wrestling match. But hey, if you come out here, try to stand up.
Yeah.
Because they're like, let them stand up, kickboxing. No, I don't want to get knocked out.
I'm not trying to get kicked,
They
bro.
would knock me out of
Yeah.
both guys. If I would have stood up and kickboxed with them the whole fight, I'm man enough to admit both guys would have knocked me out. Like,
Clean out.
and it's not because like they train harder, whatever. Because I'm gonna say that because I love saying I train harder. That's my thing.
Yeah.
But it's because they have more experience.
Sure.
My experience with the wrestling, the years I have with the wrestling, that's their experience with striking.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna get that in 6 months. I
No.
promise.
No. You're not going to, yeah.
There's nobody's going to get that in 6 months.
Yeah.
I put 20 years of my life to wrestling, really 21 at this point, but to wrestling. And so it's like,
That's what I'm going to use,
that's what I'm
bro.
going to use.
Yeah.
And if you got a problem with it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Watch another
You're
fight.
winning.
Watch another fight.
But, you know, what they say is people, even if you don't like my style of fighting, you may tune in just to watch me get beat. And I'm going to get paid on that anyway.
There you go. Publicity is publicity. It don't matter if it's negative or positive.
Bad publicity.
That's right. No bad publicity, son. So let me ask that question.
Go ahead, yeah, because they might not hear it.
Yeah. She might not be able to hear what she's saying. So Brittany was asking, since she's a nurse now, long-term effects of obviously CTE or the brain damage that can be caused from fighting. How do you deal with that?
I honestly, I don't care. It's what I love to do.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. There's risk to everything.
And my future wife will be a nurse, so I'm not too worried about it. She'll take care of me if I get it one day.
If you start noticing that he's slurring his words or having seizures or whatever, she'll take care of you.
Yeah, you know, that's her hobby. So
But the other thing is as long as you're wrestling like you're wrestling right now.
Probably gonna get hit in the head too much.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing because you know, I kickbox. We kickbox more than anything with our sparring and training and stuff like that. But that's what I need to get better because I want to be a MMA artist. I want all of them. I don't just want wrestling.
Right, yeah.
But for right now, I keep my damage to a minimum because if I was coming in here, and like I said, my last fight was a dog fight, but it wasn't like a dog fight in the terms of
punching,
standing like a boxing match.
Yeah,
it was a technical wrestling match to an extent,
yeah.
you know, and a little bit of punching with the wrestling, but really it was a technical wrestling match,
which
and
is the sport that I grew to love.
for real.
Yeah, because Carter wrestled 1 year in middle school. That's actually how I ran into TJ. He was there coaching wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he was getting Carter up to speed. And dude, that year that he wrestled, bro, it's the closest family you can get. People who wrestle, you got a family.
For real.
Yeah, that's where 90% of your following comes from, ain't it?
Oh yeah, no. So wrestling is like any other sport. It's when you make friends from wrestling, that's for life.
Yeah.
The only really people I talk to now are my family and my wrestling family, like people I wrestled with. I played a bunch of different sports growing up. I played probably 7, 8, 9, 10 sports. Any sport you can think of, I played. But I can't tell you, I don't talk to anybody else besides people I wrestle with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
It's a family, man. They really are. It's a closer knit group of people than most.
Yeah. Than actual family. Probably.
Yeah.
You can find better family in wrestling than you can with your actual family.
Yeah. So I love the fights. All of the fights were great. And yours in particular, just because I know you. And Wallace.
Yep. Wally.
I didn't get to watch his fight. My wife had spinal surgery and was sitting on the bench over there, and
Maybe
she
a little
said,
too long.
"She said, bro, we got to get out of here." So we ended up leaving before Wally's fight, but
Wally put you on the show.
Yeah, he does.
Shout out to Wally.
Yeah, shout out Wally. He has a big following too.
Huge. Hey, it's probably 3, 4, 5 times the size of my following.
That's wild, ain't it?
Yeah, and people ask me all the time. They're like, "Hey, do you ever get jealous?" I was like, "No, that's my boy."
Yeah.
If
That's
they're
my
coming to watch
dude,
him,
yeah.
they come to watch me. You know, like
Yeah.
because we wrestled with each other, and so I don't care. Like it doesn't bother me. Tyler's my boy. We're training partners.
Yeah.
And he's also who I got to thank for, you know, giving me the looks that I get in practice, which all of my training partners really, but me and Tyler, we get down and dirty with it a lot of times.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's a good time.
He's a little bit more of a striker than you are.
He really is, and which is super surprising.
Because he was a wrestler too.
But his striking, like off the rip, was just
Different.
so much better than mine.
Well, I knew his daddy growing up, and his daddy is he is how do you say this? Pretty legit.
Yeah.
Like,
You talking about Josh? So one day we were sparring. Josh comes in, and Josh is a big guy.
tell him.
He's a real big guy.
I'm talking about.
And
It's not a dude you would expect.
he
Oh,
goes,
for real. He's big as shit.
Yeah.
he said, I'm going to do a split because I'm going to warm up a little bit. And I said, I'll give you $20 if you can do a full split.
Damn.
And he takes off his shoes and slides on his socks and goes, and just
Complete
gets in
full
a full split like
Shit.
nothing happened. Didn't rip his pants or nothing. I was like, I went to give him like the $20. He's like, no, I ain't gonna
take your money, buddy.
Yeah.
But he's also the same dude that I saw literally kick a dude in the face like that. He was standing on one foot
For real.
and he kicked him straight like that.
No, he'll
Dude.
always tell you. He's like, I can kick a door frame.
He was taller than him too, bro. He kicked him straight up like that, laid him down
Dang.
at a pool hall. And what do you think he weighs, bro? For real. He's over 3, ain't he?
Yeah.
300?
He's over 300 pounds. He's a big dude.
Shit, what?
I'm talking about a big, but you don't want to mess with him, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He'd jack you up, son. He'd kick you in the face so fast. I seen it
That's
happen.
why I don't fuck with nobody.
I know.
We call it Bimble.
Bimble?
Big but nimble.
Meg McNimble, yeah. He's a nimble son of a gun, son.
So you can't tell shit.
Nah, I know, yeah, no.
I
Not
used to
a,
work with this 5th degree black belt dude. He taught it. And he
You couldn't tell?
he hobbled around, bro.
he
Like
barely
Mr.
walking.
Miyagi.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
literally.
Barely could walk.
But he'd fuck you up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was cool as shit, too.
He
man.
goes, hey, go do this. You go, nah, not today. I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Arm behind your back.
Hey, man, so what was it like growing up with 3 exact same people, basically? Because I have never met a triplet in my entire life, so I want to know the experience, like what y'all did. There's probably some crazy shit.
Oh, yeah, no, we were rough. We were very rough growing up. But like you said, we're 3 completely opposite people.
Oh, really?
Completely opposite. So my
Damn it, boy.
my triplet sister, she's in her doctorate degree
Oh, shit.
right now. She's gonna be a doctor of psychology.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a therapist,
Yeah.
Okay.
and her real goal is to be a professor at Cleveland State. She loves Cleveland State. That's where she started her college
Yeah.
degrees, and so she got associates from there. And she's always talked about going back and being a professor there, and then having her own little practice.
That'd be cool.
And my brother, he's in the Navy, and he's a corpsman. And I just got out of the Marine Corps, so that's kind of similar. But we're totally different people. And a lot of people say that you can look at us and you don't think like we don't look like triplets,
Yeah.
especially since Trey's losing hair.
And you have a beautiful,
Yeah.
luscious
And I
hair.
got this beautiful, luscious mullet I just cut today. But I had to throw that in there because
Yeah,
Trey's
yeah.
going to hate that.
Yeah.
But we are 3 totally different people. But if you mess with one of us, you're gonna mess with all of us.
That's the way it was over here, bro. The big boys that I got, bro. If you mess with one of them, you're gonna have to take on all 3 of them. It ain't gonna be pretty.
No,
You know?
it's one of those. I can mess with my siblings,
Yeah.
but you ain't gonna mess with my.
Yeah. They talk trash to each other all the time,
Yeah.
but if somebody outside of the family talks some smack, it's gonna be on, bro, for real.
So yeah, it was.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing
Yeah, it
because
is.
it makes you feel more secure
Yeah.
because it's like you can make fun of me, so I can be humbled.
Yeah.
But as long as I know I'm not gonna get like fucked with somebody across the street,
Yeah, no, they ain't going to.
then like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So it's
So you were telling us that you were telling me earlier that Trey is actually you say
I say yeah.
a better wrestler than you are.
No, I think Trey is 100% a better wrestler than I was. He and we still wrestle to this day, but he's a little heavier than me now. But I still find my takedowns far and few and in between.
Trying to get, and I've seen your takedowns. They're quick. It happens quick. That's what I was telling him on the last podcast, or one of our podcasts here recently. I was telling him, I was like, man, it happens quick. It's a lot quicker than you think it is. Yeah. It's a lot quicker than you think it is. He's like, I mean, if you're in a street fight, can't you do something? Maybe. Yeah. It just depends on how fast you are, bro. I don't know.
So you should be more prepared than an MMA fight for a takedown than a street fight.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm more worried about getting a knee to the chin or uppercut.
And I was thinking too, like, is it like consistently the same thing for you?
I can't give away my goods.
Okay, yeah. Well, I know, but like eventually, like when film comes out and like people start actually, like, you know how football players do, they go watch film from last week.
No, so it is. I always try to get their back to my coach. So if I can get their back to my coach, I can take them down off the cage. And then when their back is to my coach, that's where I take them down on the cage. Cage wrestling is my go-to. That's my favorite.
And it's good for you that way because, and everybody really should know that that's what your goal is going to be.
Yeah.
Everybody should understand that as a fighter, right? Yeah. Because you want to be over there close to your coach. He can give you the direction that you need. Yeah. He can see what's going on outside of the fight.
If you wasn't trying to get yourself in the best circumstances possible, you'd be a shitty fighter probably.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, everybody's doing the same shit.
But you're just good at it.
Way,
I can get to my coach, and if you watch my last fight, it'll be on YouTube, and then I'll share a link. Maybe I'll share a link on y'all's page or whatever, so people can watch it.
Yeah.
But you can see me looking at my coach, be like, hey, what do I do next?
What's up, man? I got him right here.
What do I do next? Like, and I think that's if you can be coachable, you can be good at any sport. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah. That's a big thing though too.
For sure.
It's hard for some people. That's hard for some people.
Bro, you ain't gonna know nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I try to train people like that at work and it's like, bro,
I know it.
Come on.
There's people like that. I feel like most people are that way, honestly.
Yeah, I already know that. Yeah. Especially if you're like him, he's new.
Yeah.
You're new to mixed martial arts, really.
I'm 6 months in, so it's like I tell everybody, like, I don't know anything. Like, I know how to wrestle, not a very good striker,
and I don't like to lose.
So, what are you focusing on most right now? Like
striking.
Yeah,
striking, and I would say also jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
trying to figure out how to finish fights. When I get them on the ground.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of ground and pound.
A little submit kind of situations, maybe, some of those.
Yeah.
I saw you working on some of that while you were in the last fight. I saw you doing a little more punching in the last fight.
I did a lot more ground and pound, but it's because I didn't wear my arms out trying to find a guillotine.
Yeah.
In the first round, the whole first round.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that first fight you were...
That first fight, I was ground and pound heavy.
Yeah.
But this last fight, I try to find that guillotine so much.
Yeah.
I just ruined I don't know how I kept fighting the whole fight.
I don't either.
Because I was so tired. Going into the third round.
Heart and determination is how you got that,
Going
bro.
into the third round, I was like, dude, I'm about to get knocked out because I can't hold my hands up. I couldn't even hold my hands up.
And they knew, your coaches knew too, because they were rubbing your arms out, trying to get, they're trying to get that lactic acid out, bro.
But doing weight cut and then bloating back up and then doing that much stress on your muscles.
Yeah.
Like trying to keep that choke. It was like.
I thought you had him too.
I don't know how he didn't tap.
I don't know. I really don't know how he didn't tap. For real.
He wants to win too. Just as you do.
No, he wanted to win more than me because I almost tapped. I almost tapped because he wouldn't.
Yeah. I almost tapped because he wouldn't. He's got him in the guillotine. He's like, I'm out.
Yeah. He's going.
Well, I had him in the rear naked, and he was foaming from the mouth.
Holy shit!
He wouldn't
quit. Like spitting out of his mouth, and I looked like I couldn't get my hand all the way behind his head because my arms were so tired. Still in the third round, so you can see in the fight, I have it like right here in his scalp, and I look over, and he's like spitting out of his mouth. And that's when he turns to his back, and I was like, brother.
I know. Just give up, please.
Yeah, you've already lost both the rounds.
Yeah.
For me, if I would have already lost both rounds, I was like, there's no way I'm winning. There was like 30 seconds left in the fight at that point.
He wasn't giving up.
I'm just going to go ahead and tap and call it a night.
He didn't give up. I give him all the praise for that because it takes some heart to know that you probably already lost anyway and to keep fighting.
Yeah.
It was gnarly, dude.
Yeah, because the last 15 seconds, he had a good ground and pound series.
Yeah.
He had a really good ground and pound series.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Trying to, and you're like, you're on the
dodging, weaving. He only hit me with one really good one, and it's when he stood up on his feet, and then he came down.
Yeah.
And he hit me really hard. And I was like, all right, I got to dodge and weave these.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm not going to be able to take
I can't just lay here, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to take much of those. I know I got 10 seconds left, but you can't take much of that for 10 seconds.
Yeah, no.
Man.
Even 10 seconds is too much of that.
Different kind of dude to be doing that shit.
Yeah, it does.
I couldn't do it.
100%, dude.
I couldn't do it.
And I was telling Trey, I was like, man, you think when you first hear about it that it's amateur fights or whatever, right? And I was like, but you show up there and legitimately you cannot tell the difference, bro. Yeah, you can't tell the difference. Like,
that's what a lot of people say in this last fight. And they were saying that you couldn't tell the difference between pro and amateur.
Nope.
Really, the whole card.
No, yeah, exactly.
The whole card was fantastic.
And that's a big, huge shout out to all
or nothing fights.
Yes.
Hey, July 6th, All or Nothing 9. Show up. I'll be there. I'll be fighting again.
Yep. We'll be there. I'll be there.
I'm going to come too.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Unless somebody dies or something. Shit.
Yeah, there's some creek rising stuff it can happen, but for the most part.
I dare say, I'm a little biased, but I think All or Nothing's the best amateur, like MMA promotion in Tennessee.
It sure
I would
is.
say Southeast, really.
It sure is, for sure, yeah.
So unless somebody dies, I'll be there.
Yeah, that's what you said. That's what you said. No, yeah, so again, reiterate. July 6th, All or Nothing 9. Billy posted it today. Oh, look at the card. That's the poster of the card. Does that not look badass?
Fight to share. Fight to shine.
Fight to shine.
Is that not badass? That's a badass poster.
Yeah, it is. So you're fighting July 6th. Now walk us through day of fight activities.
So day of fights is pretty simple, really, because you don't really want to do anything. You don't want to be on your feet. You don't want to be like walking too much. So you try to sleep in as fast as possible, as late as possible, I should say. And then you get to the gym a little bit early, and then you'll go over you have to give them like blood work. You have to give them your physicals. You talk to the ring announcer and you tell them, hey, what's your nickname? What weight are you fighting?
All that.
This is my record. I want you to say this is where I'm from, blah, 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 all of that. So it's kind of a busy day because then you go to your pre-fight interviews and you're with the commission. So like for us, it's like the Tennessee Commission of Fighting, or I don't know what it's called, but it's the Fight Commission of Tennessee. And they'll tell us our rules and regulations we go by. And then you just kind of get told, like, hey, go do whatever you need to until you fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just kind of like, oh, okay.
And now how many hours is that you are just told to go do whatever you want to do until you fight? How long is that?
My last one, I had like a 5-6 hour window.
Dang, bro.
Yeah, so like when we saw the line out, like we were talking about earlier, how big the line was earlier, me and Tyler Wallace, shout out Wally again, we were like, hey, let's go talk to some people outside.
Yeah.
We have nothing better to do. And so we went outside and we met, like, because the line was from front door to the end of the parking lot. And then wrapped around.
Long, bro.
It was long. So I got to go out there and talk to everybody and have a good time and just really calm my nerves, not think about what's going to happen later that night. Just think about what I'm doing right now, you know.
Yeah.
Try to keep your mind in one facet or another.
Yeah.
So now you're behind the curtain and it's time to walk out. Walk us through those emotions and what's happening in your brain.
It's at that part, you know, it's you're more just trying to psych yourself up and trying to reassure yourself that everything you did in training was for this moment. You know, hey, I'm trained enough. I'm in shape enough. I'm supposed to be here. And then for me, I walk out to Thunderstruck.
Yeah.
And so I have to walk out on the right beat because I'll let it go all the way. And so it's
Yeah.
and it keeps going until they say, thunder. And that's when I walk out.
Yeah.
So I got to make sure I walk out on the first thunder.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm more worried about than anything. I don't want to walk out and be before or after.
Yeah.
It's like,
thunder. And you walk out after that.
Like,
and you're
like 5 seconds. And
Yeah.
it's like, and it's just drums going on. You're like,
Golly, that was wrong.
That's like the best song though to come out to almost.
Great song.
Dang, son.
And the reason I picked it is because you ever played the drinking game Thunder? I got a game for you. So you play Thunderstruck. And like I said, everything goes until the first thunder.
Yeah.
And then the first person drinks. And he drinks until they say thunder.
Holy shit.
And then the next person drinks. And then he drinks till they say thunder. And then the next person drinks.
Okay.
And so it just kind of goes around.
Yeah.
In this big circle. It's one of the best games.
I'd have to listen to that song a few times to see what position I'd want to go in.
You want to go in the middle. Yeah.
You want to go in the middle?
Yeah.
You don't want to be on the first thunder.
Hell no.
Because that first thunder.
Middle's the worst. That's
There's
where
too much at the beginning. Right?
The middle's the worst.
Middle's where you get the chorus.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's where you want to be.
No, I disagree, but
Bro,
to each his own.
So, for me, I kind of wanted to grow up to be a fighter too, but only because I watched Rocky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, you ever seen Rocky? I know that's a kind of a crazy
all
question,
the Rockies.
bro.
I love Rockies.
Hell yeah.
I love them all.
Okay, so did that give you any inspiration?
No, actually, I don't think it did.
Really?
Okay.
Crazy enough, Rocky
He was
gave me
already
more
motivated,
inspiration
probably.
for wrestling
Yeah.
than anything.
Yeah.
The never back down, never quit attitude.
Yeah.
But I don't think I ever watched Rocky like I did that first fight in the UFC that I watched and been like, oh, yeah, this
Okay.
is what I want to do. Which I've never thought of that before. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. He was coaching Carter in wrestling, and he just started talking to us, and we hit it off, right?
Yeah.
And he was telling me, he's like, bro, I'm not really that good of a wrestler.
Yeah.
I just don't want to lose. That's the first thing he ever told me. He's like, I've won 3 times, state championship 3 times, sophomore, junior, senior year.
Yeah.
But I'm not that great at wrestling. I'm like, that's bullcrap, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be bullcrap, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
but he's just like, I just don't like to lose. I push harder than everybody else does.
I mean,
How true is
that's
that?
what you got to be to
No,
know.
and that's how it still is to this day. I only train not to lose.
Yeah.
Which I do it for, enjoyment. That's what I want to do. But if you're training to compete, you can't just train to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to enjoy your training to compete.
Yeah.
It's never going to be fun. If you want to be on the top of anything, even training for your job, training for
That's true.
like just waking yourself up in the mornings or anything, none of it's fun if you want to be the best at it.
That's true, bro.
And so training, it's not fun, but I love being there.
Yeah.
and I just hate losing. So I train
harder than
not
everybody
to
else.
lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't mean I don't train to be the best. I just train not to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little bit different mindset than most people say. You know, most people will tell you like, oh, I'm training to be the best. Like you hear that a lot, but training not to lose is almost the same thing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I'd say it's better because you can be the best and lose.
Yeah. It's true.
that's 100%.
That's one of the things they teach you. You can get beat on any day of the week.
That's a fact.
I'm just training not to get beat on that day.
That's a fact, Jack.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Because everybody's going to peak at a different day.
Yeah.
But if I can peak
on this day,
every day I compete.
on Saturday, July the 6th.
Hey, I may not be better than this dude, but I won. And I'm fine with that. I've been there.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the best to win.
No, you don't.
You just got to peak at the right time.
You just got to be the best that day, that
The best
hour.
that day, that hour. There's always somebody that's going to be able to beat you. So if you can be the best that day, hey, they can be better at you. I hate I would have beat him 9 out of 10 days. Well, good thing it wasn't the 9 out of 10.
Good thing it was this one day right here, bro.
Brother, you're not going to make me feel bad for winning that day.
Yeah.
No.
I went, if it was a half a day, I'd still take that win over the 9 and
they
a
feel
half.
insecure as fuck about it.
Yeah.
Making excuses, boy.
So that's all. That's good stuff. That's good
That
stuff,
is
man.
good.
That's a good mindset. So let's go back to you've walked out of the curtain. You've done your checks. They've checked your gloves. They've checked your body, and you're walking into the ring.
Yeah,
Where does your brain go? How do you feel in that? Because, bro, I mean, it's
gotta be intense.
It's a lit situation in there, bro. People are yelling. People are screaming.
Yeah.
No, so it's funny because if you're a big MMA fan, your first thoughts are, hey, I've watched them check into the cage, okay? And I watched the dudes who mess up checking into the cage. That looks dumb. I don't want to be that guy. And I've watched this enough to know what's going on. So, like, if you watch it long enough, you know, like, oh, okay, you walk up, you get your little Vaseline on, or you talk to your coaches first, give them a hug, get your little Vaseline, then they check your mouthpiece cup, and they go up and down your body, stuff like that. But a lot of people turn too early or try to walk away too early, and you're like, I don't want to be that dude.
I'm going to stand here until they tell me to go in.
Yeah, like you're going to I'm going to memorize. All right, so I walk up, take my shirt off, talk to my coaches, then I turn around, then I talk to them. Yeah.
So
for me, that was the thing. I was like, I don't.
God, that's crazy that would
Yeah.
be what you're worried about. You're fixing to go in here and fight this dude.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, like
That's because we probably never prepared for anything like that in our life.
yeah, no, I haven't.
He was confident in his fight. He just wasn't confident in other bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
like I didn't know the steps. I just wanted to make sure I got these steps right, bro.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to look dumb.
Yeah.
So, then you get in the cage. Have you ever played the UFC games?
I haven't. I haven't.
Have you ever played the UFC
Like
games?
on video games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, at the first, it'll put the camera in the corner, or like the center of the ring. They go, fighter, are you ready? And it just looks at, you don't see anything. It's just like the camera looking. It's like, fighter, you ready? And that's how my first fight, my second, like both of them felt like that. It was like, oh, I'm in a video game.
So it's
That's
your
crazy.
brain is gone, really. You're relying 100% on your training at that point
No, 100%.
because your brain is not.
For me, at least. Because
yeah.
it's like,
Different atmosphere altogether.
whose brain? Nobody's brain's going to work right when you say, oh, okay, I'm going to sign a contract to fight this dude in a certain amount of days, a certain amount of weight, in front of everybody I invite, everybody I know, everybody I'm trying to promote myself to.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take my blind training against his blind training.
Yeah.
And just see what happens.
Golly,
So your
I can't
mind's
even
not gonna
imagine
be-
where my brain would be at.
Your mind's not going to be right no matter what, because the known fact of, hey, I could get knocked out here, and then everybody that just I made spend money on these tickets, promoted myself.
Everybody's hands I just shook out in the
Yeah.
parking lot.
They're just going to see me come in, They spent their hard-earned money, and I just got knocked out in 30 seconds. And now they're leaving.
That's a lot of pressure.
That's
It
more
is.
pressure than fighting somebody.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, you're like
because
fighting in
I'm
the
only
mall
fighting
parking
one
lot.
dude.
That ain't no big deal, right?
I'm
Yeah.
only fighting one dude. I know I'm fighting one dude, and that's it. If me and you fight in this parking lot out here, you got 5 sons. Who's to say I don't get jumped by one of your 5 sons, you know?
Yeah.
In the
Hopefully,
ring.
golly, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody got to help.
Somebody better jump in, bro.
Shit ain't fair. This shit is not fair.
It's not fair. I ain't trained for this or nothing.
You know, he's like a pro, bro.
Yeah.
And in the ring, you know, you can't. There's no excuses. So
Yeah.
it's like if you get beat, you get beat.
Yeah.
You got beat. Yeah.
You got beat. It's like a wrestling match.
Yeah.
People used to say, "I got caught." You got 6 minutes to get caught. You got beat.
Yeah, you got beat.
Like,
So, I just from the little bit of wrestling I get to watch, and you know, I had a son that wrestled again, and it was in middle school, right? And he said, and this dude, the dude I'm talking about, my son, ran 100-yard touchdowns, bro. He was a dang football phenomenon, right? Ran touchdowns, 100 yards at a time. He'd kill everybody on the football field, right? And he said, dude, I'm telling you right now, Dad. He's like, there's no greater feeling than when they lift your hand up and tell you won a one-on-one match
oh yeah.
in wrestling.
So I would give I agree to disagree.
Yeah.
The best feeling you could ever win is a team state championship. So like a dual team.
Yeah.
So I say all the time, I would trade my 3 state championships for one more dual team.
Would you?
That's the best. Because yes, like he said, there's nothing better than knowing that I'm better than you one-on-one. Hey, what about our 14 brothers that are on this team?
I got you.
We're better than you? Oh, we're all better than you?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing better than that because that's what made our team special. We were super good, but we cared for one another.
Yeah.
So like I'm a twin and my brother wrestled with me, but if one of my teammates lost, it hurt me just as bad as my brother losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wrestled harder. I was like, oh, you think you can beat one of my brothers? All right, let's see how that works for you
Let's
now.
see how it goes now, bro.
Yeah, big brother showing up.
Yeah.
And I probably wasn't a bigger weight class.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my mindset.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, so is it the same in, I guess since you're saying the team duels is the greatest feeling,
Oh, yeah.
is it still comparable to getting your hand raised in MMA?
Oh, MMA is better. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, MMA is better because it's like so in wrestling, I can just be a better technician
Yeah.
and I'll win a wrestling match. Just being a better technician.
Yeah, you don't have to be stronger. You
Yeah.
don't have to be faster or nothing else. You can just be a better
You can just be a better athlete at that sport,
Yeah.
a better wrestler,
and you win.
and you can win. Yeah,
With MMA, it's different
yeah,
because like we were talking about earlier, a lot of people think I wrestle too much in my MMA fights, and they're saying it's not a wrestle match. It's not a wrestle match. Well, I got 6 minutes that you can do whatever you want to me, and I can do whatever I want to you.
Yeah. 100%.
So it's like it's uncomparable
yeah,
to like a wrestling match, you know,
yeah.
because it's like, oh yeah, I can wrestle you, but I can also
I can kick you in the chin
I
too,
can kick
bro.
you in the chin, I can choke you out, I
Yeah.
can like knee you in the stomach.
Yeah.
It's uncomparable.
Yeah. So you think it's a even better feeling getting your hand
Yeah,
raised?
it's a lot better feeling getting your hand raised in MMA because it's like, listen, I know what you could have done to me, but I know what I did to you.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty impressive, ain't
Yeah,
it?
that's crazy.
Overall, I've just been to 2 of these MMA fights, and I don't see myself stopping coming at all, bro.
Yeah, I don't. even when I flourish and make my progression in my career, like, don't quit going to like all or nothing fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
it's a great place to watch where people start
Yeah.
and watch where people are going,
Yeah.
because we bring good competition and we bring good fights.
Yeah. Yeah. So
we're like, what's your end goal of this?
there you go. That's
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what?
So my end goal is to be the best MMA fighter I can possibly be. If
with-
that means going to the UFC and winning a belt and holding it for 15 years, that's what it means. If it means going in, being a pro, being 0-2, and that's as good as I can do, it's as good as I can do. I always want to win.
yeah, we talked about that. That's your driving determination.
But I'm a realist. If I know I'm not going to make it and be the best, I won't do it.
Yeah.
So,
But here's the thing about it, though, too. There's a lot of guys that are champions now who started out 0-2 in the UFC, right?
I'd say so, but I just, for me, like, I don't lose. Like I said, I try not to lose. So if I'm losing, I don't think that's where I'm meant to be.
I get your train of thought on that, but let me throw some wisdom on you, okay? Just on this part, because I feel like you get to the highest level. It's just like going from high school wrestling to college wrestling, because you did that.
Yep.
And college wrestling is a whole nother step up.
Another step up.
That's a whole nother level, right? So once you get to high school, you're the best, or one of the best, right? In high school. Once you get to college, there's always going to be a learning curve. So if you end up in the UFC and you end up 0-2, just remember there's a learning curve.
Yeah.
You got me?
I probably wouldn't give myself a chance to be 0-3 though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll put you back on the podcast when you get 0-2, and we'll talk to you about that
I
at
won't
that
be
point.
0-2, I promise.
There
you go.
Okay. I
That's
got
the
you.
mindset of
There
a
you go.
fucking winner, bro.
Like I said, I think this is my calling.
Yeah.
And so I don't think I'll be put in a situation. And not saying, like, I know I'm going to lose fights. That's not a problem. I know I'm going to lose multiple fights in a row.
Sure.
Not a problem.
That's always going to be tough.
But I know I'm not going to get to a point to where I don't think this is my calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I will be 0-2. But I don't think I'll get to a point where I don't think this is my calling.
And you say, if you get to 0-2, you be like, I ain't getting to 0-3. I'm gonna be in this gym over here.
Yeah.
Y'all can catch me over here, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be over here.
So it's crazy because, like, when he said it, I was thinking, like, oh, he's going to quit. Like, he's just going to hang it up and go to Maytag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just like, I ain't going to lose 3 in a row.
No, I know. I'm like, well, yeah, I don't want you to quit, bro.
Yeah.
You get to the dang highest level, you might lose to, right?
So I ain't got that damn winner's mentality.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
It's a whole different level, ain't
That's
it?
crazy.
It really is it's a really different mindset, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that's crazy.
he said, I guarantee you I won't get to 0-3.
And I was thinking, oh, he's going to
Oh,
quit.
he'll quit.
But it wasn't what
That's not what he's talking
saying.
about. He's talking about I'll catch you over here in this gym, and then the next that third fight, it's gonna be a little bit different.
Unless I'm wrong.
No, yeah, no.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's what he's talking
No, I
about.
just,
All right.
I don't know. People call it prideful. People call it being a dick. People call it whatever. I just, eye of the tiger. There we go.
Hell yeah.
It's the eye of the tiger.
It's
Yeah,
like, no, I don't think I'm technically better than you. I don't think I'm technically better than you. But if we're fighting, I'm winning.
Yeah. yeah,
But and I don't have to, like I said earlier, I don't have to be better than you to win.
yeah,
That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
can win and not be better.
yeah,
You should ain't got no give up in you. So it is.
yeah. Duh, he don't.
And tell the parents not to forget that.
Yeah,
Because a lot of parents want their kids to be the best,
Yeah.
and the best, and the best. Hey, you don't have to be the best. Just gotta be the best on that day.
you just gotta be
Crazy.
better than you on that 1 hour that you got to
Wise words right there.
Yes, sir. Well,
Yeah.
TJ, we have enjoyed having you on the
Yeah.
podcast, brother. And
This won't be the last time, hopefully.
I hope
nah,
not.
Nah,
we had so much more we were supposed to cover.
I know
We just-
that's what happened,
Yeah.
bro.
well,
You
that's what
can't tell
happens.
everything.
You start talking about other stuff, and then
Yeah.
you get off. And now we've been recording for 2 hours, bro. And you're like, golly,
Yeah.
it goes by fast,
we're
don't
not
it?
saying golly, but our women are saying golly.
Yes, that's
I know.
the main thing. Is
For
all that.
us, it seems like no time.
No.
At least
Oh,
for
no.
me,
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
it hasn't
15
for me
minutes.
either,
Yeah,
bro.
I know it.
Yeah, it
Crazy.
goes by fast.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we could.
could.
Well, I could. Yeah, for sure. When
Yeah.
you sit here, you start going, man. We could. There's so much more we could talk about, but this won't be your last time
No, it
on
won't.
for sure.
I hope it's not because like I told
Literally
you,
anytime you want to, bro.
I
Yeah.
love this. It's
Yeah.
it's a good time.
Yeah. And there'll be many more. But dude, thanks for coming
Yeah,
on.
bro.
Thank you for having me.
No, you have no idea how excited we've been for this, and I look forward to your next fight. For real, I'll be there. You know me.
Oh yeah.
I'll be posting it on Facebook and everything else. Like,
I got some
bro.
money now, bro. I can afford to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, we're gonna.
Finally got working.
We'll be there. I'll be there if you know.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah, if the lights ain't turned off over here, we'll be there. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But and we'll have you on probably again before that fight happens. Have you on and sit down and maybe hopefully try to get a preview of who you're fighting. Maybe I don't know.
We'll see.
Well, if
We'll
he
see.
can come, the
I-
other person can come in here too. At the same time.
I'd invite him. If I know who it is, I'll invite him.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
It would
That'd be
be
cool.
interesting, yeah.
That'd be badass.
But golly, dude,
Dude,
so much
this
fun.
is fun, man. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, dude.
We love it more than you. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
You
you-
can't see, I don't smile a lot. You can't see that cheese and not
Yeah.
think it. Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
do
so
love it though,
It
bro.
was good shit.
It was good. It was a good podcast.
It's good for my brain. Good for my motivation. Good for a lot of shit. It wasn't just
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're not just sitting here talking podcasts
Yeah,
and then like he had a lot of winners mentality that we need to try to
Yeah,
grab
bro.
a hold of a little bit.
Shit, I never even heard. Bro.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
But
We're gonna end this then.
yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
We love y'all.
Till next time.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
Ow.